Welcome to our series, Moving America Forward. Each week we'll be focusing on America's entrepreneurs as they take us to new roads, new opportunities, new ways to fill the gaps left by today's failing companies. Our series will be looking at that and a lot more. So come with me and watch as the entrepreneurs of our nation move into the future.
And I'm Doug Llewellyn here in our Los Angeles studio with our guest who is the president and CEO of the OKL Can Line company, which is headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, OKL is one of the three major worldwide manufacturers of body makers for aluminum and steel cans. That is Coke cans, beer cans, and cans that hold food products. It's a really fascinating company. You're going to be amazed by the story you're about to hear. I'd like you to meet now the gentleman. His name is Tony Lacey. Tony, welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You know, before we get in depth into this story of how your company works and the products you make, a little while ago you had a chance to answer some questions from William Shatner about your business. Let's take a look at a little bit of that and see how it went, okay?
Sure.
Well, let's watch.
While you're here, I have one important question for you. We all know how important manufacturing is to America, but what role do you play in this industry, and how does it help to move America forward?
Mr. Shatner, we build what's known as a body maker, a machine that produces one of the oldest, most recognizable products on earth, the can. Our machines are engineered to use 40% less natural resources and are made right here in America, only using U.S.-made parts, and that, Mr. Shatner, is how we're helping to move America forward.
Now, this is a very interesting process, obviously, that your company is involved in. As I understand it, you make one of the key components in the manufacture of these cans. You make equipment that helps make cans, right?
That is correct.
Take me through the process. Let me show you a couple of items here I have and explain to me what they are and the role they play in the business.
Sure. What you have in your hand is called a cup, and the cup is punched out of a piece of equipment from aluminum or steel sheet to form that cup.
Okay.
That is the basis for the production of a can, whether it be steel or aluminum.
And these sheets of aluminum or steel are very wide and very long, and they weigh a lot, very heavy.
Yes, they can average anywhere from 13,000 to 23,000 pounds.
Wow.
Per roll. They come in rolls.
Okay.
So that's the very start of a can making process, is taking the sheet aluminum and transferring it through the process and make a cup.
Okay.
Then the cup comes to my equipment, which is called the body maker.
Okay.
And we take that cup and we draw it out into what's called a can body.
And this is an
That's
example.
a can. That's a can.
Example.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what you have done is it's a lot thinner and lighter now than it was in that original form of the cup. But the bottom line is the end result then comes out to be something like this.
That's correct.
Right? It could be, as I've been talking, Coca-Cola in here, it could be beer, it could be almost anything. And these are just several examples. You make big cans, small cans, all sizes.
Correct. We make aluminum bottles. Everything starts with a cup and a preform.
All right. It's interesting that you are one of three companies worldwide who does this, because, I mean, without what you do, we wouldn't have these cans, would we?
No, sir. You wouldn't.
The bottom line is we wouldn't.
Not in the form of technology that's developed today. No,
so
sir.
What makes your product so critical and so unique and obviously so important that manufacturers want to buy your equipment?
Yes, we build a machine that has the best carbon footprint on the face of the planet. It uses 40% less of the natural resources that other machines are required to run their operation. And the addition to the carbon footprint, our machine builds the most concentric cylinder in the face of the market. So, well, actually on the face of the planet. So the dimensions in that can body are tighter than aircraft standards. And our machines produce it at such a high quality of concentricity that it makes the entire can making process much smoother for the can maker.
And each one is exactly the same size when it comes out of your machines, right?
That is correct.
I mean, it has to be, or it would cause the line further down to malfunction.
That is correct.
So it's critical that the exact measurements are contained throughout the whole manufacturing process.
Yes, that's correct.
So when someone comes to buy a machine from you, what do they end up with? How big is your machine?
It's roughly the size of this conference table that we're sitting at and weighs about 22,000 pounds.
Okay, and talk to me about the specifications that it is geared to, to do. You can adjust it to make so many cans per minute or per hour or whatever, right?
It depends on what the customer specifies in the type of container they want to produce. But our machines can run in steel cans from 150 cans per minute up to 350 cans per minute in an aluminum container. So it all depends on the specifications of what type of can the customer would like to produce.
I was asking you a little bit about what made your company and your product so unique, and you ticked off 4 key things. One of them, the fact that quality, superior quality.
Yes.
Expand on that. I'll take you through the other 3, all right?
Yes, sir. On the quality arena, when we produce a machine, we deliver it in perfect condition. So we don't have any warranty issues. Our customers' expectations are when we buy a machine that's $500,000, if you will, that it has to be perfect when it hits our floor. So there's no quality issues there. Now the other part is building the machine. In building the machine, we have to ensure that when we have a finished product go out, it's going to make the container for the customer around their tight specifications.
One of the other key elements is it's U.S. or American-based manufacture.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
That's critical to you.
It's absolutely critical. We're a 30-year-old company. Started with 2 gentlemen who started the business in their garage 30 years ago and built it from the ground up to the company that it is today. And everybody who works in my factory are native Ohioans, except the folks I have deployed overseas.
You're talking about them starting this company in their garage. You, I understand, started working in this business as a janitor on the night shift.
That's correct.
Now you own the company. That's a great story.
Not specifically.
Not the same company, I realize.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir. Yeah, I started in the business over 30 years ago as a janitor, and worked my way through the business and was a senior executive manager inside the can side, the customer side of the business. And what drove me to acquire OKL was on the customer side. I was thinking that somebody surely can do this differently than what's being offered today.
the other thing is, I should point out, you were doing the janitor bit while you were putting yourself through school.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that right? We got to point that out. All right. Service. That's one of the other key things. The service you provide to your customers.
Yes. What we do with the customer is we get with the customer and we have to define what their expectations are and what their objectives are. And once we know what their objectives are, we tell them, yes, we can add value to your business and help you achieve or exceed your objectives, or we can't. And we're not going to take your money because we can't really do what your objectives are stated to do. We're just not in the business of selling equipment. We want to help the businesses that use our equipment move forward also.
And one of the other key elements involves speed of delivery. What do you mean by that?
My competition is very large. An analogy would be I'm a PT boat versus a battleship.
Okay.
And I can turn quickly and make things happen because of the lack of bureaucracy and structure inside of my organization that may be more difficult for my competition.
And the other thing is you're very accessible. When people call your company, they get the top people on the phone right away. I mean, they get you if they need you. Right?
That's correct. Yeah, there are no committees to go to
right.
For a decision or a discussion, a business discussion. It's immediate, and we can provide the answers that the customer needs in immediate fashion.
In addition to manufacturing these machines, which are new, you create new, you also remanufacture older machines.
Yes, sir.
Then bring them up to date.
Right. We're the largest remanufacturer of old machines in the world. We can save clients up to 40% of their capital cost by taking an old piece of equipment and making it brand new, which is a substantial savings for the client, but it also allows them to depreciate basically a brand new asset for 30 years.
So you really have this really centered very good. I want to ask you about the clients that you serve, because your clients really could be anywhere, and they are.
That's correct. We have 120 clients worldwide that we provide services to, equipment and spare parts.
I also understand that you were talking about rebuilding things. You will send a team of your men abroad to some other country, some foreign country, as you just did recently, to help remanufacture their line and straighten their line and bring it up to date.
That is correct. We just finished a project in Turkey where I had 3 of my engineers and service technicians in there around the clock for approximately 8 weeks and converted an entire production process for them, which included rebuilding their existing equipment in place and then training their people how to operate the new additions to the equipment.
Well, you know, it's a fascinating story about what you do. I'm wondering about what you see for the future of this company. You know, a couple of years ago, you bought the company. Where are you heading it? Where do you see it going?
Yes, in the longer term, we would like to provide a legacy for the industry because I grew up in it. But in the longer term, we'll be moving to a larger portfolio of products that we offer to the can makers of the world.
You have been doing this a long time. Do you still enjoy this business? You still invigorated to come to work?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day, yes, sir.
And has it changed a lot over the years?
Indefinitely. I mean, it has went light years compared to what it used to be 30 years ago as far as the technology advances in the business.
And obviously that'll keep going. It'll keep changing.
Oh, undoubtedly.
And you'll be on top of it.
Yes, sir.
Well, listen, it's a treat to hear what you do. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. Obviously, a very interesting story.
Thank you.
This organization represents companies across our great nation that embody the spirit, dedication, know-how, and can-do attitude which has made America the great nation that it is today. And now let's present the Keeping America Strong Award.
Now it is my honor to present this prestigious award to Tony Lacey, the President and CEO of OKL Can Line, Inc. of Cincinnati, Ohio, for the outstanding work his company is doing to help keep moving America forward. Tony, congratulations.
Thank you, Doug. On behalf of all the folks back home in Cincinnati who helped build this business over the last 30 years, this is quite an honor. Thank you.
You're very welcome indeed. Congratulations again.
That's it for another edition of Moving America Forward. I'm Bert Tenzer. Join us again as we continue to bring you the entrepreneurs who move America forward.
I'm William Shatner, and for all of us at Moving America Forward, thanks for watching.